call the meeting to order. If you would stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, welcome everyone, and welcome everyone who's watching at home tonight. Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee DeVore.
Present.
Trustee Gett.
Present.
Trustee Kazam.
Present.
Trustee Murphy.
Present.
Trustee Wigginton.
Present.
Trustee Weisenberg.
Present.
All right, again, welcome everyone. We have everyone here. We would be at item 4, approval of the minutes from the Board of Trustees meeting on January 18th, 2022. I'd ask for a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Are there any questions or corrections to the minutes or discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Just one announcement. I know administration has been working diligently on the upcoming budget for the new fiscal year. We're pretty excited about that, and that'll roll out next week. We would be at comments from the audience. If anyone would like to address the board, please come forward to the podium, give your name and address, and try and keep your announcements, or try to keep your remarks under 5 minutes. Anyone like to address the board? Going once? Going twice? Comments from the audience are closed. We'll get right into trustees' reports. The first is administration and finance. Trustee DeVore.
Thank you, Mayor. The only thing I had to report tonight, you touched on really already, so I just want to thank Chief Sutton and Stephanie and all the other department heads for working so hard on getting the budget ready for us to review. And we will get our first review on that at our next meeting on the 22nd.
And thanks for all your work on that, Trustee DeVore. Any questions? Okay, next would be facilities. Trustee Gett.
Thank you, Mayor Phelan. Today they started installation of the security cameras on Firehouse 2 today. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Trustee Gett. Any questions? All right, next is economic and community development. Trustee Kazam.
Thank you, Mayor. I really don't have that much to report other than to remind everyone, especially our fellow trustees, but also the viewers at home, about the partnership between the Village of Peoria Heights and St. Thomas School for the Together We Play Community Park. The information for donating to this amazing cause will be on the Peoria Heights website. You can either mail a check or make a payment online, and we are looking for donations so that we can ensure that Tower Park can be converted to an accessible park.
Thank you. Any questions? I do want to make a point while we're under economic development. I had a reporter call me just before the meeting, and we're all very aware that there's a development going on War Memorial Drive with the demolition work going on there, and it's been public record who's bought the property. And we have been in meetings with that company. Being respectful of that developer, they are not yet ready to make their announcement. So if you happen to read the paper tomorrow and see a story about that, I had to be somewhat vague until the developer makes their announcement. And there's a little bit of jockeying going on because there's another similar development that may happen on War Memorial Drive as well. But keep in mind, it's a public process, so no matter when the announcement is made, they will have to go through ZBA and they will have to come before the village board. So there's a very public process that will take place that will allow people plenty of time to make their feelings known and their opinions known about the project. Did I leave anything out, Dustin? Okay. Let's move on to neighborhood and parks. Trustee Weisenberg.
Thanks, Mayor. I have nothing to report.
Public Works. Trustee Marfell.
Just one quick note. As we sit here, we had the potential for another major snowstorm on Thursday. Kudos to Public Works for the last one. They worked long, hard hours. So, yeah, good luck Thursday.
All right, thank you. Last but not least is public safety. Trustee Wigginton.
Well, I'll pick up right where Trustee Marfell left off now. So, I've also been watching Chuck Collins, and it looks like we may have some winter weather coming up. So just as a reminder, we'll want to keep the cars off the roads after about 48 hours. You'll get a notice on your car, just so that we can keep the streets clean, make it easier for Superintendent Chandler and all the folks over there to keep the streets clean and passable. So just as a reminder. From the police side, I think, Chief, if you want to touch on this, but from what I understand, you guys are going through the lateral transfers for the position we recently created here at the board. So that's currently in the works and should have some movement on that in the next coming weeks, I would assume.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Trustee Wigginton. I'm going to go out on a limb and just show my confidence in public works. So if anybody out there, you're in another community and you're snowed in or iced in, come to the Heights Thursday and Friday, because I know our roads are going to be safe and clear. Okay, any old business come for the board? Let's get right into new business. The first is approval of an MFT resolution in the amount of $288,141.99 for road salt, seal coating, spray patching, and engineering. Trustee Marfell had asked for a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
Second, please.
Second.
All right, back to you, Trustee Marfell.
Okay, this is our annual approval of the MFT maintenance contract. It's on page 1. It's broken down by cost. There's cost of material, cost of maintenance, and cost of engineering for salt, seal coating, and spray patching. Amount totals $288,141.99. Area up for seal coating looks to be between Prospect, Ward Drive, and Lake. So Vincent, Atlantic, Faber, Division, Cox area. That'll take place probably, you'd say August, Chris, usually, September?
Sounds
summer?
like what it usually does, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anything else, Superintendent Chandler?
No, I'm good.
Any questions on this? Discussion? Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Trustee DeVore.
Aye.
Trustee Gett.
Aye.
Trustee Kazam.
Aye.
Trustee Marfell.
Aye.
Trustee Wigginton.
Aye.
Trustee Weisenberg.
Aye.
All right, that passes. Next is approval of Resolution 2022-2, a resolution approving an agreement for professional services for water systems evaluation. Trustee Marfell had asked for a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
And a second.
Second.
Before I turn it to you, Trustee Marfell, I just want to thank everyone involved in this. This is a very intense proposal and aggressive that looks into all the needs of the village. So I appreciate all of you who worked on this. Dave, go right ahead.
Okay, yeah, this is a approval of the contract with Woodard and Kern out of St. Charles, Missouri for a water system evaluation / capital improvement plan. It's a 20-year capital improvement plan for the water system. They're basically going to turn it upside down, in and out, to figure out what we need, what our needs are, what our wants. They're going to assist to develop a lead service line replacement timeline and budgetary costs. And at the end of the plan, conduct a rate analysis for the village. Let's see, contract, or the completion, project completion mid-September 2022. Total proposed fee is $54,000. It was originally $25,000. There's been some scope of service change, so that bumped it up to $54,000. Any questions?
I have a question, Trustee Marfell.
If I may interrupt,
Absolutely.
could we have Wayne give an overview and then come back to questions?
Sorry.
I think the summary by Trustee Marfell was accurate. We did negotiate some additional scope of work, and that was the lead service line replacement program to assess how many lead service lines we have, and then a program to eventually replace those lead service lines. The other thing that was added to the scope was the rate study itself, which is after we go through the budgeting and the capital plan, we really thought it was appropriate to perform a rate study based on what, the future needs may be. Also, the 5-year plan that we added, it's a 20-year capital plan, but really the 5-year plan is more a tune with most budgeting process, so added the five-year plan to the scope. So everything else was in tune with the original request for proposals as far as this contract. And I would like to introduce Jennifer Berger. Jennifer's here with Woodard and Kern, so.
Welcome,
happy
Jennifer.
to have her.
Please come up. Yeah, please. We have a lot of people watch at home, so that'll get you on recording, so thank
Okay.
you.
All right, hello, nice to meet you. Thank you for this opportunity. My name's Jennifer Berger. I'm an engineer with Woodard and Kern. Our office is in St. Charles, Missouri. I'm a resident of Illinois. I came up this evening from the Edwardsville area. We are happy to be working with you on this. We understand many communities have a lot of needs in your water system, and it's very important to continually invest in your water infrastructure for the vitality of your community. So we look forward to getting started, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Here.
We'll go back to you, Trustee Kazam.
Well, my question was partially answered by Mr. Aldrich, but I just wanted to clarify, and this is a fantastic initiative, and obviously we're all behind it. Is this required by the federal government as part of this lead remediation requirement? I seem like I remember that by 2022, all communities needed to have an assessment completed and a plan in place in order to remediate the lead.
There is a requirement to have your lead service line inventory completed by that date, and then you have to continually update that, and you have to have not only the inventory of your lead service lines, but a lead service line replacement plan is a federal requirement as well as a state requirement, and I've heard the state of Illinois requirements are more stringent than most other states in the U.S.
So this will address that.
Yes, correct.
Trustee Exam, you said 2022. I think that's been pushed back maybe to 2023 or 2024.
Okay.
The initial has been pushed back
Yeah,
a year.
it's April of '23.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Just another comment, would like to add that Woodard and Kern has exceptional experience in grant writing and identification, so.
Yes, thank you. I forgot to mention that. That is one big component that we will be including in this is looking at funding mechanisms for you and making sure that we're bringing that to your attention and looking at that as we work through the capital plan, but also in the rate study that you mentioned at the end. The rate analysis component of that takes into account some funding mechanisms that you may be eligible for.
Wonderful.
So, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So just a quick question. So the additional services from, the 25,000 to the 54,000 is this lead assessment to determine, which is required, I understand. And what else?
The rate analysis was not part of the original RFP. So that is proposed to be completed upon completion of the capital improvement plan, the 20-year plan, and then building you the 5-year plan, then move into the rate study portion of that to say, if this is what you're potentially facing over the next 20 years, then how might your current rate structure and future rate structure need to look?
Got it. Okay.
It's a,
Just clarification on the Woodard and Kern, I think you'll help with identifying grant sources. But
Yes.
if there's any specific grant writing necessary, we would have to come back to the board for approval.
And I'm glad we extended the scope of work, but Council, I'm going to put you on the spot. Does that give you any cause of concern that we started at one point and ended farther along down?
It does not.
Okay. All right, anyone else? Wayne, just a timeline. I know this is in flux, but do you have a timeline that you expect to try and keep, or Jennifer?
Mostly completed by September this year. That's the current contract and the scope of work.
Okay, and we'll get monthly updates on how this is going?
Yeah, certainly, yeah.
Yes.
We'll be busy for,
yes, the initial steps of data collection and data review will kick off as soon as we can, and yes, by the September that you mentioned, and then on to the rate study portion of that, which is looking over the existing records of financials.
Thank you for being here, and it meant a lot to me that a representative of your company was here during the RFP process and that you're here tonight, so it's nice to have you here.
Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
All right, if there's no further discussion, Madam Clerk, when you're ready, please call the roll.
Trustee DeVore,
Aye.
Trustee Gett.
Aye.
Trustee Kazam.
Aye.
Trustee Marfell.
Aye.
Trustee Wigginton.
Aye.
Trustee Weisenberg.
Aye.
All right, thank you, that passes. Next is approval of a road closure for St. Patrick's Day event on Thursday, March 17th, 2022. Trustee DeVore, I'd ask for a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve the road closure for the St. Patrick's Day event.
Second.
All right, go ahead, Trustee DeVore.
Sullivan's is asking for us to approve for the closure of Prospect for their event on St. Patrick's Day again this year. They have already been asked to reach out to all the businesses for any conflict prior to this meeting, and I have not heard of any complaints of anyone having any disagreements to it, so now we would just need to determine if we're willing to still do that for them.
Any discussion? Questions?
Excuse me, Mayor. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear who did the second.
I didn't either.
Thank you, Trustee Weisenberg.
And of course, I know that public, police and administration recommend this as well then, correct?
Correct. I met with the Blastics last week and went over expectations and also what the route would be. And this is an annual event, so they're fully aware of the same route. So we are on course for another successful event.
All right, thank you. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee DeVore.
Aye.
Trustee Gett.
Aye.
Trustee Kazam.
Aye.
Trustee Marfell.
Aye.
Trustee Wigginton.
Aye.
Trustee Weisenberg.
Aye.
All right, that passes. Miscellaneous business, any miscellaneous business to come before the board?
I'd just like to say that this is my fourth term, and we've had problems with the fire department, we've had problems with funding for the water department, about fixing things and stuff. And I'd like to, I've always helped. Why can't we get grants? And this year, I've seen grants, the new chief's got grants for the fire department, which is really helping out. And now we got grants to help us with the water department and everything. And I'm glad to see we're finally going in the right direction. I don't know why we didn't have this before, but I just like to give kudos to everybody involved in it.
Thank you, Trustee Gett. Appreciate your remarks. Any other miscellaneous?
Did we get a copy of the bills? I don't have a paper copy and I don't have an email that I can find regarding the bills.
No, those aren't the bills.
Oh, isn't it? No.
No, that's finance.
I tell you what, is there anything we need to approve tonight, Madam Clerk? We can defer, I'm thinking we can
We can
defer.
definitely defer it. I thought I had sent it out, but if
wasn't
you didn't see it, then
Nothing like
I got
that.
finance reports, but it looks like it's just,
these are a different set of finance reports, the different formatting, so I'm guessing I attached the wrong file. I am very sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry about that. Trustee Weisenberg, I'd ask for a motion to defer that to the next meeting, the payment of the bills.
I move to defer.
Second?
Second.
All right, any discussion on that? We'll do a voice votes okay on this, council. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. So we'd be at the treasurer's report.
Okay, as of the end of January, the total amount in the village-controlled funds was $5,794,385.74. In the water-controlled accounts, the total was $1,788,411.53.
You've heard the treasurer's report. I would ask for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion? Any questions on the report? Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee DeVore.
Aye.
Trustee Gett.
Aye.
Trustee Kazam.
Aye.
Trustee Marfell.
Aye.
Trustee Wigginton.
Aye.
Trustee Weisenberg.
Aye.
That passes. Trustee Gett,
Move to adjourn.
is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Trustee Weisenberg, was that?